Hello everyone, welcome to the Weekly Guest Podcast. My name is Edward Daniel. It's a pleasure to be here again today. Thank you for taking time out to listen. On this week's podcast, I have the pleasure of introducing you to Rajeev Nayyar. Rajeev Nayyar is founder of Fixflo. Welcome, Rajeev. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Good afternoon. Thanks for inviting me.
It's good to see you again. Now that you are founder of Fixflo, can you tell us a little bit more about what you provide and the services that you offer?
Absolutely. Fixflo is an online platform that streamlines repairs. What that basically means is Fixflo makes repairs less frustrating for everybody who's involved. Tenants get repairs carried out more quickly. Property managers and agents have the information that they need to deal with repairs at the outset, so when the problem's reported, rather than going through emails and making follow-up calls. And everybody has a much simpler route from problem being reported to problem being fixed.
Now, I know you've trained and worked as a commercial property and construction law solicitor. Was it while working in this particular field that you saw the flaws in the services that businesses offered and felt that you could set up a business that could compete and fill these requirements?
In part, that's right. So I saw the way, I was a commercial property lawyer, and I saw the way in which commercial property agents dealt with their clients, so having an open and clear method of communication. But Fixflo really stemmed from my pain, so my painful experiences both as a landlord and as a tenant when getting repairs carried out. It struck me that there was a better way to do it, and I undertook quite a lot of surveys with property agents, and things were no better from their side. And from that, Fixflo was born.
Now, what sort of transparency are you trying to emit? What are you trying to do?
So we ran a survey of 200 tenants who rent via a property manager. Now, predictably, their number one concern was the amount of time it took for repairs to be carried out. Secondly, slightly more surprisingly, came the fact that they felt that once issues had been reported, those issues then went into a black hole and very little seemed to happen until a contractor turned up. So we've brought in a sort of Amazon style of update. So tenants are updated as their issues resolved. They get a better quality of information, so they know what's going on, which means that until the repair's carried out, they're not in the dark, so they're less frustrated.
Now, who are the types of clients? I see your website indicates property managers, but what about other types of property managers?
So at present, Fixflo is available to property managers, so residential property managers. We're releasing a block management version, so for communal parts like lifts, hallways, shared parking, to improve transparency and improve repairs in that area. We're also moving into the social housing market, and we're integrating with two providers to do a nose-to-tail social housing product. So tenants of social housing being able to report the repairs online, issues being allocated out to contractors, and the contractors through their PDA or handheld devices being updated with where they need to go and providing feedback as repairs are carried out.
So how can contractors and landlords benefit from your particular system?
So taking them each in turn, contractors benefit from the better quality of information that's provided. By using Fixflo, tenants give them enough information, say the number of bricks or tiles or what exactly needs to happen. So contractors are better equipped to turn up at the property the first time with the right tools and equipment. It's also, by getting them the right information, reduces the need for them to build in a margin into their pricing for uncertainty, so they can quote more accurately for works. Turning to landlords benefit because they get to see the results of what they're spending. So what currently happens is works are carried out and landlords may only know about those works when they see a deduction from their rental statements. By using Fixflo, contractors can upload photos and agents, property managers, can show the value of what they're doing, what they're providing to their client, which it goes beyond just a deduction from the rental statements.
Now, the sign-up monthly price deals that you're offering to clients present to have use of your service seems quite competitive, with long-term promises that prices will not increase. What is your rationale behind the current deal? That it's best to have clients on board and then benefit from a larger market share?
That's largely it. So our current pricing model offers new clients a 30-day free, no obligation trial. And after that, prices start from £50 per month plus VAT. And that price is locked in for 2 years. What we're looking to do is build a client base. We're a relatively new company to the market, and we want Fixflo to be the standard way in which repairs are reported for rental properties. So we're looking to build our client base and assure our clients that they will not be subject to any price increase for 2 years if they sign up by the 1st of July.
Now, what Fixflo appears to offer is a hassle-free and well-rounded service to its clients, dealing with the whole process from having required repairs being reported to assessing the issue and organising the work to be carried out and assess the standing of work post-completion. It must be a valuable asset to any client, but particularly those who cannot be on site themselves. What do you think is the most valuable part of your service?
I think that Fixflo is a win-win solution. So we've touched on the benefits to contractors and we've touched on the benefits to landlords. For agents, we allow them to work more efficiently during the day. So Fixflo automatically prioritises issues in their Fixflo inbox by severity and number of days overdue. Also, by providing tenants with updates as their issue is reported, as their issue is resolved, they have to make fewer chasing calls to understand what's going on, which means that property managers can spend less time dealing with chasing calls and more time actually fixing problems.
So is there like a diary system that you have as well?
There is an inbuilt diary system, so all of the open issues across the portfolio for a property manager are automatically prioritised and updated in real time. So if a new emergency or urgent issue is reported, it goes to the top of the list. And from a management overview point of view, there is a daily email to a central or head management's email address. So that manager can see all of the open issues across the portfolio, where they are, next steps, and basically keep on top of everything. So it helps to structure property management meetings. So it's a checklist as well.
Now, since setting up Fixflo in 2012, how has it grown? Have you been surprised by your business uptake so far?
I've been surprised in the past few weeks. So if we talk through where we've come from, our beta version was launched in January. So we had a small number of early adopting agents who'd been trying our product. We then soft launched in March, bringing on further agents. And our full formal launch was about 10 days ago at the Guild of Letting and Management Conference, where I was fortunate enough to be a speaker. And with that, we've also launched our advertising. And since then, our client base has grown very rapidly, and it doesn't look like it's going to slow down, so long may that continue.
Brilliant. Now, I see on your website that you've got some pretty impressive recommendations, highlighting how it frees up time for your clients and that they feel reassured with knowing that any repairs are dealt with quickly, competitively, and effectively. How important do you think that having such positive recommendations on your website has been in securing and reassuring new clients that come to Fixflo?
Referenceability is absolutely critical, particularly in a business-to-business sale. So it gives our new clients, comfort to see that people have been using the system now for several months, and after that they're very happy to endorse the system. Beyond the benefits of attracting new clients, it really vindicates what we're doing. So we're here to help. But first and foremost, if you build something that is useful for people, enhances their daily life, I think that's the key, and then profits will come afterwards. But the first is making something that is genuinely useful and filling a need in the market.
Now, who are the types of clients that you would like to meet? And how did you find that there was a need in this particular market?
So, taking the second question first, finding out whether there was a need in the market was a lot of interviews, so face-to-face interviews and telephone interviews with leading agents and small agents. And there seemed to be something which cut across the whole industry, which was there was a general frustration with repairs. During the lifetime of a tenancy, it's often only when things go wrong that there's a point of contact between the tenant, the property manager, and quite often the landlord. And these tend to be friction points. By smoothing out that process, we think we've removed that friction. So getting the right information at the start, speeding up repairs, and disseminating that information to the right people at the right time, it's really beneficial. And in terms of who we'd like to meet, it's more property managers, block managers. If you rent a property and you'd like a service where you got repairs carried out more quickly, where you knew what was going on, then please do ask the property manager to look at Fixflo.
Now, what does the future hold for you and Fixflo then?
We really want to become a mark of quality. So what we've noticed is that our clients tend to be the better performing or more quality end of the market. And they see a real benefit. So if you're doing everything properly, Fixflo gives you an audit trail to show that you've done everything correctly. If you're not performing correctly, then Fixflo will also highlight those issues because we've got transparent date and time stamping of issues being reported and the steps that are taken to resolve them. So if there is a dispute and you've acted correctly, Fixflo will protect you. If you've acted incorrectly, then Fixflo will highlight that. And we really want to be a quality product for quality companies.
Now, lastly, what piece of advice would you give to someone starting out in business then, Rajeev?
That's a very good question. I think that there's a general wariness around sharing your ideas, and I think that's very dangerous. The key is to share your ideas early with people you trust as sounding boards, not just your immediate friends and family, but people within the industry. It's only when you expose your ideas to daylight and to question that you'll really find out whether you're solving a real need. And as I said, I see that as being key to any successful business.
Thank you, Rajeev. So that's all for me, Edward Daniel. It's bye for me.
And it's bye from me.
Thank you. Have a terrific week.